Yes, guys, it's happening. It's actually happening. FTX are going or planning anyway to buy Binance are buying FTX. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. And I don't think anyone really expected this to fully happen. Everyone thought of FTX as being relatively liquid. Yes, they've made a lot of, should we say bailouts. They went on a bit of a buying spree, buying up loads of crypto assets when people were in distress during the whole 3 hours capital, the Luna collapse, all of this. And everyone thought they were really strong. But I guess all them F1 sponsors didn't really help out. Anyway, this is what we're greeted with. Let's jump into it. Yes, as you can see, and as you, well, I guess, you can obviously see what this is. This is a new website, okay? Guys, from Satoshi Society, the team have been working really hard in the background. So we put this together. There is still some more to do, but you can sign up, join the community, and we have a few presents in store for you. So we're going to be seeing more of that in the future. Just wanted to mention it. Make sure that you stay involved with that. Okay, so I'm going to refresh the page just in case there's been any change. FTX, I mean, that was down 22% earlier. And so, hello, pumping. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Um, so let's see the immediate price reaction based upon around half an hour ago. So Binance are fully set to acquire FTX. It intends to fully acquire FTX to protect its users from a liquidity crunch because there's essentially been a run on the bank. And the bank in this case is FTX. Everyone just kind of worrying and being like, whoa, well, if you're going to lose all of your FTT token and you're selling it really cheap, there's going to be an issue here. So this is kind of the full story. Hey, all, as I have a few announcements to make. Things have come full circle. From FTX.com's first and last, investors are the same. We have come to an agreement on a strategic transaction with Binance for FTX. This is crazy. Remember Sam Bankman-Fried, he does still own Alameda Research. So how did this all kind of begin, right? So it started a couple of days ago, or not even a couple of days ago. I thought, yeah, I want to say yesterday, day before. Anyway, Binance, they begun selling their FTX token holdings. So what happened was Binance had essentially bought a large part, or I should say invested a large part into FTX what did they begin doing, or when they begun becoming like a full-on oh, actually, I want to check this actually. Let me check this over the last 7 days. Yes, okay. So over the past however long, Binance has had a financial interest in FTX. Now that came to fruition when Binance said, look, I'm going to step away. You can pay me for my little pump of capital initially, but I obviously want some money in return. And so they got paid in BUSD and also in FTT token. And obviously they took their FTT, they then started selling it. And then this is what happens to a coin when the largest, or one of the largest holders anyway, starts to sell it. And then they say, oh, actually, you could Alameda Research come out and say, oh, well, actually, we can buy up your tokens, but we'll only buy it for $22. Okay. So as you see here, part of Binance's exit from FTX equity last year, i.e., here's cash, give me equity. Okay, now I give you equity back, give me cash. Which, by the way this has worked is unbelievable. Binance invests in something, it grows, it makes loads of money, and then the thing now it's bust. So then Binance just buys all of it with the cash that it made from the growth of the equity. It's an absolutely amazing from an investment standpoint, I will say. Ethically, who knows? But we're not in a regulated space, are we? So due to recent valuations that have come to light, we have decided to liquidate any remaining FTT on our books. That basically means, why am I holding on to the FTX token if FTX is going to go down the toilet? Right, and that's a massive warning sign. If you're looking to minimize the market impact on your FTT sales, Alameda will happily buy it from you today at $22. So obviously, that's see you later. But then, okay, where did it then progress? So Binance CEO said he's not interested in Alameda's offer to buy up his FTT holdings. So is he looking to get market value or anything like this? He said they'd rather stay in the free market. Now, it's not exactly known how much he has sold, and it hasn't been expressly, I guess, put open into the public, really. It hasn't been told to everyone how much of this 2.1 billion kind of got, like, how much is in BUSD, how much is in FTT. Like, we don't know exactly. There's a couple numbers that are being thrown around, but it's not exactly, well known. But we have said, meanwhile, there have been concerns that rumors around Alameda's finances, Binance's impending FTT liquidation, and Chow's comments could be the possible catalyst for major withdrawals from FTX, with reported data from Nansen showing 451 million worth of stablecoins leaving the exchange. That's not the worst of it. They're now minus, and I showed you this earlier, they're minus 200 Bitcoin. How, I mean, like, your people can't buy Bitcoin from you when you're like, you don't have any Bitcoin. How many do you have? Oh, I've got minus. That doesn't really work. It doesn't really work that way. But anyway, so yeah, so FTT could sink by as low as 30%. And then, and this was posted on November 7th. On November 8th, which is today at Ora, the FTT price dove down to around $15 from 22 and is currently down 29% in 24 hours. That obviously has changed a little bit, guys, as we saw earlier on. We're down 21% on the day, down 21. So that's kind of okay. But Alameda have also been on the radar. So this is not good for Sam Bankman-Fried, which might kind of feed into, actually, before I get into that, BNB, Binance token, pumping hard. Anything that's like uses FTT will probably now just be migrated into BNB, which is a really, I'm glad that a lot of very smart people have seen that. Just jump straight on that. How high could we go? Drop a comment. Do you think we could go higher? Like, what's your sort of thoughts on this? Is Binance token ready for a big old pump? You let me know. I think so, to be honest. It's controlling now. If Binance is controlling FTX, well, it's FTX.com though, and I will say it's not, Sam Bankman-Fried. It's not his whole empire. I believe he still owns Alameda. But they're on the radar of BitDAO community for allegedly dumping Bit tokens. So BitBoy co-founder, BitBoy, and its name is Ben as well. I was like, oh no, it is BitBoy, and I was like, he's on it again. He's suing, he's suing someone else. No harm against him. Great guy. But anyway, Bybit co-founder stated that while no wrongdoing is confirmed, the BitDAO community would like to see proof of fund from Alameda. Another bit of hot water, which this is all coming out at the same time, guys. Look, these guys are not giving him a rest. This was 7 hours ago. See you later. This is not good. And then obviously, yeah, we just see like Alameda is said, look, I'm going to be happily buying up FTT tokens. If that FTT token goes to zero, you could have the same, this is the same thing. What happened with Three Arrows Capital? What happened with all these hedge funds that bought massively into the likes of Luna, into the likes of USDT? I was going to say USDD, I don't necessarily like it, but it didn't go to zero. But anyway, so USDT, no, that's not even USDT, is it? It's TUSD. There's too many abbreviations here, guys. I've got FTX, I've got BNB, I've got USDT, USTT, no, TUSD. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So many companies were buying up these failing tokens, and look what Alameda are doing right now. They're buying up a token that, to be honest, looks like it's on the way out. I'm not going to say it is, but anyway, anyway, on November 2nd, BitDAO swapped 100 million Bit tokens with Alameda in exchange for 3 million FTT tokens, with a public commitment to each to hold each other's tokens for 3 years. So until 2024, 24, yeah. Given the recent uncertainties and speculation, the BitDAO community was quick to react to the sudden fall of bit prices today and suspected Alameda of dumping the bit tokens and breaching the 3-year mutual no sale public commitment, because this is the bit, the bit token, and it's gone down quite heavily. So what? I mean, surely that's not selling that does that. No, selling always makes the price go up. Yeah. They didn't have a massive whale just absolutely tank the market and sell loads. That probably didn't happen. No, not at all. So again, it's just another bit of bad news. Another thing I do want to mention though is as we are kind of sitting around these prices for Bitcoin, around about what we are now, 20K or 20,500. In fact, let me just bring it up on CoinMarketCap. Might be a little bit easier. Exactly, yeah. I mean, well, I don't know why I did that. It's exactly the same. 20,500. There's a risk signal that kind of flashed, and I believe this was a couple of days ago. Yesterday, sorry. So Bitcoin risk signal for the last 12 months. And as you can see, we kind of have these like very risky periods, and again, very risky. And then now we're at very risky. And this just sends a really, really bad message to the wider market that, guys, you need to be worried. There's get out, get out. And so yeah, it's really it's not looking great. And so the crypto market tanks, yeah, as users exit positions following speculation over the unsoundness of the FTT token. People worried about FTX. Obviously people are going to be moving their funds into another exchange, but are they going to just stop trading altogether? We do want to have a look at what's the traditional market saying. So what they are saying about the crypto situation. CZ Binance to buy rival FTX after SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, faces liquidity crunch. Get crunk. Get crunk. He got crunched. He didn't get crunk. He got crunched. And so, yeah, I just want to bring you straight to. So this afternoon, FTX help. And you can see this. This was only 49 minutes ago. And then, stay, SAFU. What's he saying? SBF. Yeah, so he's now retweeting this. We've made a few announcements. We've got a few announcements to make. Things have come full circle, blah, blah, blah. And then that's pretty much everything for today. And then, yeah, just another message. Crypto billionaires broad triggers contagion fear in markets, which again, as I mentioned earlier, guys, I mean, you're probably not looking that happy anymore, are you? I'll pause that. But yeah, I need something. No thanks. But again, this is just looking at what the big institutions are looking at. They obviously are being thrown this message that in fact things are not good in the crypto space. And if you have one of the biggest, most recognizable, you see it on Formula One, you see it just dotted around everywhere. So many sponsors, sporting events. This is not a good sign for the crypto market, guys. So I just wanted to bring you that news. Binance is buying FTX depending on due diligence, and this obviously has massive implications. It also brings a little bit of fear to the likes of a big institution, because if you're buying something and if Binance controls, let's say, I don't know how much of a market share of the total market, because they have more of a share in, let's say, Europe than they do in maybe Asia, or obviously every exchange has their own country and region they do well in. But if Binance and FTX are merging, this is going to be major calls for monopoly based within crypto, that CZ might become too powerful, and there might then be worries that this is not good for the crypto space. So keep that in mind, guys. I had to drop you the news. Thank you very much.